And welcome back. This is Frost Gaming 25, and we are here playing 7 Days to Die on my mod, 7 Days Plus Plus. And I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a redo on my last series, because this one has more of the updated stuff for the mod. So currently for the mod version, I am in 1.0.2, which as of right now is technically not out yet. The current version is 1.0.1, and we are just showcasing some of the things that have changed in it, which, I mean, not a lot has changed in this version, so it's pretty minimal. But as you can see, just to kind of showcase the mod again, there are different flowers and stuff in the game. So your sunflower, you got some wheat, another sunflower. There's a bunch of other things that are that we'll find along the way, but you can see that deer in the game again, or at least bucks are, or stags as they're called. Let's go ahead and get our bedroll done real quick. Now, some specifics about this settings that I have is every 3 days is a horde, plus or minus 4 days. So it's every 7 days, but it could be less. And it could be more. It depends on the circumstances on what it rolls. Oh, there's a cabbage. There's our first cabbage. We can go ahead and grab a couple more of these. So I updated the quest system to reflect the new gathering that's required. So it requires a little bit more from you than it did previously. I have to find a lot more rocks because now we have to make all 3 tools, which is possibly going to change in the future. Just so that I can make the pickaxe first and then have you get more rocks and then make the next tools after that kind of thing, because I think gathering a bunch of the rocks off the ground kind of is a little bit inefficient, but you know, it's what it is. But as you can see, we're crafting our stone axe here. Okay, there we go. We got ourselves our stone axe. So as you can see, this is the model for the stone axe. It has changed. I have the new and updated one. That's why I favorited it. Or tracked it, sorry. And then we have there might be some adjustments to the crafting times as well that I might have to make changes to, but we're currently crafting the hammer. While we're doing that, let's go put this all away. And not really sure where we are. We're in a randomly generated world, so I don't really know what I should be expecting here. But this is the hammer, so this is what you'd use to repair and do other things like that. And then I'm making the pickaxe as well. So let's go ahead and cut down a tree while we have some time. And the axe has a power attack as well. So you can do a power attack now with the stone axe, which is great. It's a nice improvement. And here's our pickaxe. Let's see, we need a little bit more plant fiber. Okay. So the pickaxe looks like this. It's just a basic, standard run-of-the-mill pickaxe here. So you can do what you'd normally do with the pickaxe. You can do a power attack as well, if you choose. So that's all the resources I need for there. We're about to be finished with our club, so let's get that done. And then we need more plant fiber and feathers. So let's gather a little bit more of that. Get that wheat as well. We need some feathers, so let's go running around trying to find some bird's nests here. There was one over here. Yep. Okay. One bow. 5 arrows. Okay, we need another couple wood here. Let's grab it. And then we use our hammer here. And you upgrade the block. Pretty basic. And of course, put down that. So our trader's up here. Let's go hang out with the trader. Oh, we found ourselves a cucumber. So this is the cucumber plant in the game, and you can find it naturally throughout the world. Just like you can with the rest. There's a bunch of more crops that don't actually spawn in this biome. And those are showcased in like the snow or in the desert, depending on what it is. So there is that as well. Another cool little bit with this is the skills have been pretty much reworked. As you can see, there's a little bit of changes. I've added some skills like those. I've removed some skills, and the skills that were removed weren't really removed. More so just moved to a different location, because now there's a general skills tab. So you can get all these, and these are all general skills. You don't have to be spec'd into anything in particular in order to use them. The most notable will be the tools. So you no longer have to spec into strength in order to actually use tools effectively. Let's see here. Let's go to our trader. Might need some arrows. I might have to start crafting a bunch of them. I don't know how many I can actually make though. Not too many. There we go. Let's try to hit this guy. Aw, man. Really? There we go. We got him. Third try. Ooh, there's a bag. Let's see what we got. Ooh, got some water. That's going to be useful. And a couple bullets as well. Not bad. Oh, we even got Jen. That's great. Our first trader was Jen.
If you got the dukes, I'll make the time.
Let's see here. We'll grab ourselves a buried supply. All I gotta do is get a shovel, which if I go here, there is one more stone tool I haven't gotten, which is the shovel. So we can go ahead and gather the resources for that. What the hell? That's weird. Oh yeah. I don't have the most efficient tool for this, but for now it's gonna have to work. We have to kill her. I don't want her taking my food. So the amount of meat you get has been reduced when it comes from animals, but in accordance with that, I also reduced early game recipes. They're a lot cheaper to make like a basic charred meat, let's just say. For example, I'll use charred meat if we go here. And go charred meat. It actually takes one raw meat or two raw meat, and if we put a point into our cooking perk, it will bring it down to 1. So that is a nice little upside. It makes it a little easier, at least. Ooh, we got ourselves a potato plant. And there's a boar. That's not good. Yeah, he's after us. Okay, so I don't really have a good setup for going against the boar, but we're gonna have to figure something out. Oh, good. I found something. Okay. Well, not much, but let's see what we can do. We gotta go 300 meters. I think I can make the run. If not, we're gonna have to fight it. Okay. Phew. We got away from the boar. It would be nice to get the food, but we don't have very good weapons at all. Okay, we need ourselves some plant fiber and some wood. Oh man, there's even a utility worker. I'm trying to speed run this quest, which I just want to showcase the tools pretty bad. Trying to get as much of a showcase as I can here. Sometimes if you're really lucky from Bird's Nest, you can find rare valuables like money or other things, but it is quite uncommon. Oh, we got another zombie. Oh man. We could try, let's see here. Let's see, can we... This bow does not shoot very accurately, unfortunately. Okay, let's go ahead and do our quest real quick. It's gonna be nighttime soon too, so that's gonna make it a little bit more difficult. There we go. We got ourselves a shovel. So this is the shovel. Now the big thing that I want to showcase is that each tier kind of has a meaningful impact. You can see that this basic tier, it's kind of, I guess, rickety at best. So we're not able to like clear it very quickly, as you can see. And the durability, you can also notice, is going down pretty quickly. That's because we're using the lowest tier tools that we possibly could have. So that the further on you go and the better things you get, you start to obtain better tools, and they do in fact scale better, I think, with the game rather than in vanilla. So you'll actually feel like you're progressing as you go further. So I'll just take a quick little peek here. We'll do an agility build, I guess, for this one. So put some knife guy points in. Do another point of agility. I could have probably put a point into the tools as well, but that's okay. What I should do while I'm waiting is make a bone knife, because we might need it. Wow, she just landed. Let's see, we have some water, we can go ahead and do that. This is also a pretty decent starting food source, giving a whole 5 food. If you find yourself in need of food, that's a really good starting food. But the rest of them are not as good. It may be changed in the future, but as of right now, that one is the current best for starters. We gotta wait for our knife to be finished now. I'm gonna put this in there because we don't need that anymore. We'll put that as our main weapon. Okay, let's let our stamina recover here. Take a look at our situation. Circle looks to be pointing maybe this way. So let's try it out. Do a power attack in there. Change it up. Okay, let's see. One other thing that I can mention while I'm doing this is there is multiple tiers of buried supplies now in the game. So there's the tier 1, of course, that was always in the game, and tier 2 was always in the game. Both of those still exist. They've been retuned and rebalanced accordingly. But they are both still in the game. And I added a tier 3, a tier 4, and a tier 5 buried supply with a potential for eventually a tier 6. And they get very difficult as you go further. But it is one of those things that I figured it would be a fun little test to see what people think of buried supplies. I mean, as you get better tools, buried supplies become easier in terms of digging, but much harder in terms of the amount of zombies you have to fight. So it depends on what you kind of want to do as a play style. Because in the tier 1, like what I'm doing right now, you're going to spend more time digging than you will fighting, because there's not a high chance of zombies actually spawning when the circle shrinks. But when you get to the higher tiers, you'll notice a much higher chance of zombies spawning, up to, I believe, like a 80 or 90% chance of them spawning every time the circle shrinks, which, I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed at that point. We also did a lot of the balancing for food and water, so that has changed significantly in this version. There's a bunch of foods that exist that are craftable now as for the player, which is fantastic. That was one of my goals when I was making this, to make a bunch more content, I guess, to expand the base of the game. As you can see here, you got your tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. There's a tier 6, tier 7, tier 8, and tier 9. So all of them are covered. Lots of recipes that you can find. Some of them are lootable in the world, some of them have to be crafted. But either way, it's a very robust system, so it allows you to play around with your ingredients and see what you want to actually make. Let's see. There's been quite a few other changes in terms of balance and just overall alterations. So that's a nice little added bonus. But a lot of it is just reworks and base game changes. There's nothing like too crazy. There are better tools than this. I can showcase them real quick. So under skills here, if you go to harvesting, you have your stone tools. Then you have your iron tools, just like vanilla. Steel tools, just like vanilla. And then you have modern tools, which is something I added. And then you go to your mechanical tools. And then you also have the ability to learn how to make a fireman's almanac if you wanted, as well as art of mining. So both of those are available as well. And if we go to repair tools, you can see you got your stone hammer, iron hammer. This is something I added to fill the gap. A steel claw, and a modern hammer as well, with a nail gun at the last. And then there also are wood variable shapes that you can craft, repair kits, reinforced wood, cobblestone. So if you want to make any of the higher tier bricks, you can do that, but you need the books. And so there's a reason to going higher. And I also added a repair kit bundle, so if you really get your crafting up or your repair tools up, you can make yourself at level 82, you can make yourself a bundle, which essentially you pay for 4 of them and you get a 5th one for free. So there's that as well. Salvage tools is still a work in progress, so there isn't too much change there. I reworked all the blades. Knuckles have been changed. Clubs has been updated. Sledgehammers have been updated as well. You can see that you can now craft the books within each sub tree here. Requiring, of course, obviously different levels. So like if I wanted to get the volume 7, well, volume 2, I guess. Let me go here. So you got your volume 1 is level 95, 53 for volume 2, 65 for volume 3, and etc, etc, etc. 97 for the last one. So it gives you something to aspire to. If you ever find yourself down on your luck and you can't, for some reason, you're unable to, for some reason, find the one you want in order to complete your set, you now have the ability to actually craft it if you have the levels. Now let's say, for instance, you're struggling. We don't actually have any more stone on us. Let me see if I can remedy that situation. Okay, we remedied our situation. Yeah, so if you find yourself down on your luck and you can't happen to find the books, you can craft it, but you can also go one step further. I added an additional system that allows you to actually craft the magazines, because if we look at the recipe, it requires sharp sticks books. And it requires spear parts and paper. So these are not cheap. These are not something you just make just because. If you specifically need a book and you want it, then yes, you can go for it and you have a way of getting it. You can also craft these books, which take magazine cutouts, paper, and glue. The magazine cutouts specifically are obtained by scrapping other magazines. So if you find, let's just say you find a bunch of, I don't know, cooking books and you have nothing to do with them. Uh-oh. We got ourselves a company. So as you can see, the bleeding has been reworked. They take a lot more compounded bleed now, which is a nice little bonus to it. Anywho, so yeah, if you do end up finding a bunch of books that you don't need, like the cooking books, you can actually use those books, scrap them, and you can turn them into something you wanted. whatever that book may be. But for scrapping, you actually get a reduced value. So if you take a book and you scrap it, it's 3 books. You get 3 magazine cutouts from it, and if you want to get more than that, you can scrap those books right here. You can actually scrap these books that will also give you magazine cutouts. They give 5 for scrapping, and these give 3. So if you want to try to get yourself another magazine, if you just are taking magazines and scrapping them, you're going to have to scrap 2 to make 1, or one of the bigger books will make 1. It's a 1-to-1 for those. So it's up to you as a player. You can choose if you find some for robotics or something, and let's say you're not playing a robotics build, you're playing, in my case, an agility build, you probably don't need robotic magazines, so you can scrap those, turn them into magazine parts, which then you can use to craft your magazine that you're looking for. So that's one of the little cool things that I added, just to kind of make progression feel a little bit easier. Ooh, there we go. There's our supply right here. So exactly, this is a perfect example. I don't need explosive magazines, so we'll go ahead and scrap it. And you can see here, I got 3 magazine cutouts, those of which I can use to craft any of these books. They all take the same recipe. There's no difference between them. It's just, that's the recipe for whatever I need. Let's get the heck out of here. It's almost daytime, so that's good. Ooh. Oh, we got hit. Ran out of stamina, unfortunately. Okay. Let's go ahead and take another water. Gotta keep up on our hydration. Okay, we're gonna head back to the trader. Get ready to turn this in, and then we're gonna probably call it for this episode. So if you want to check out this mod, the mod link will be in the description. So you'll be able to go ahead and go right to the link and download it if you choose. And yeah, keep in mind, at the time of this recording, when you see this video, will be maybe different. But as of right now, we are once again on version 1.0.1. Or, well, I'm on 1.0.2. So as of right now, it hasn't come out yet. So I'm still working on 1.0.2, but 1.0.1 is out and able to be played. I only did some minor bug fixes in that version, so it's nothing, or in this version so far. So it's nothing too crazy. But yes, so if you do enjoy this kind of play, you can definitely do that. And I know I have plans for future additions to this mod that will be pretty exciting going forward, but it'll be a little while before I actually get to that point. I have to make sure that the current version that I'm in is as balanced as I can and try to remove all the bugs that I can. And then I can start, once I get most of them fixed and removed, then I can go ahead and start working on additional content. So let's go ahead and wait out this trader here. We're going to go grab ourselves a chest. That is one thing I didn't showcase. Let me showcase it while I'm thinking about it. Is the workstations. Workstations was another one that I did a little bit of tweaking to. You can see here there are different chests in the game. And as you go up higher in tiers, you get better chests that you can craft. So as you get further and further on, you eventually can upgrade to the military grade double crate, which allows you to hold a lot more resources inside of one chest. So it's some aspirational content. Okay, let's turn this in.
Good job. I knew you.
We there's a skill that allows you to unlock multiple or more of these slots, up to 5, of course. But as of right now, we got ourselves a pipe shotgun or some shotgun shells. Obviously, I think we're gonna take that pipe shotgun because it's gonna be easier to get the shotgun shells than it will be to get the pipe shotgun. Okay, let's see. Does the trader have anything? Oh boy, does she. Although we don't have a cooking pot, so maybe I want to not buy these, even though I really want to buy them. Let's see. We can sell these. I can sell our wheat. I don't know how I'm gonna get extra money. 17. I mean, that's worth 20, but it's the loot bonus is nice. Struggle is real. Okay, well, we can sell these. I mean, it's not ideal, but there we go. Okay, we can buy ourselves a cooking pot. That'll be very important. And then once I have enough, we can buy those.
Back and see me sometime.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, consider liking it and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. I will be trying to continue it if I just want to put the pre-warning out there right now. Of course, I find a pipe shotgun. That's okay. I'm just putting a little PSA out there. If for some reason I make a new version of this mod, and it breaks this world, I will have to start the series over, unfortunately, but otherwise my intention is to play this series through as best as I can, because I want to make sure that this is... That's a dog. Shit. No, no, no. No, let me live. Let me live, I'm encumbered. Okay. Well, that is one way to end the stream there. I have to use my bandage. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.